There are only a very few reasons why you should ever offer a discount, and of course, there's a whole lot of reasons why you shouldn't. I'm also going to discuss with you some ways that you can avoid giving discounts and keeping your prices high so that you can have higher margins, make more revenue for your company, make more commission and income as a sales professional, and ultimately make sure that your customers truly value what it is that they're purchasing from you. So, without any further ado, let's dig into that. My name is Jordan Stupar, and this YouTube channel is dedicated to one thing, and that's helping salespeople make some more money. So let's do it right now and talk about discounts. Discounts are something that I relied on heavily when I was a newer, more amateur salesperson. I thought, really honestly, the one reason why people would do business or wouldn't do business with me was because of the amount of money that my product or service costed. And so, of course, when I was in the negotiation inside the close, when customers told me or asked me, is that your best price? Or they said, I can get your product cheaper somewhere else. Or they asked or said that your monthly price is too high for some type of financing. Or they said that my price was higher than somebody else's. Or they said, hey, this is outside of our budget. Or they said, hey, this is too expensive. The main thing that I would always do, like a lot of you guys do, is we get reactional. And we think that because our customers are saying any one of these things about the money or about the price, that the thing that we can do to earn their business is by quickly dropping our pants and offering a discount. When really, honestly, that is very rarely a good idea. By the way, if you're wondering what these cards are, there's a whole lot more than just those. There's actually 50 cards in a deck called Cashards, flashcards for closers with the objection on one side and a proven response on the other. You can go to the description notes below to grab a deck if you would like. Now, when you guys give discounts, what you're doing is a couple of things, and all of these things are bad things. The first thing that you are doing is you are literally devaluing your product. So all that time that you spent talking with your customer, answering their questions, highlighting features, and talking to your customer about what you're selling, all you're really doing is you're just building value. Now, in order for people to purchase things, I want you to think about your product and the price being on a scale. When you begin talking to somebody on this scale, we'll draw a scale. I'm not very good at drawing stuff, but you guys will get an idea here. I don't know how this is supposed to work. When you are in the beginning of your sales pitch, you've got the price or the reflection of what it's going to cost somebody to purchase your product, and then you have value creation. In the beginning of your sales pitch, the value is actually significantly lower than the price, which is why your customer hasn't purchased anything yet. Obviously, throughout your sales pitch, the thing that you're really doing is you are driving more value and you are increasing that value. The way that people do business is when this value that you're selling becomes worth more than the money that you are asking them to pay for your product and service. If you're hearing pricing objections in the close, just know it is nobody's fault but yours for not taking the value creation and increasing it enough. All that an objection is it's something that your customer says in the absence of perceived value. So now taking you back to bullet point number 1 is when you give a discount, when you say that something is, say, for instance, $500, and somebody says, well, it's a lot of money, and you immediately go to $300 or $250 or whatever, all you're really doing is communicating to your buyer that whatever you were originally charging for your product and service isn't a direct reflection of the true value or perceived value of the product and service as it was previously priced at. What I really want you thinking on about the devaluing of a product is how many of you guys go to your peer groups or your friends or online and brag that you got the cheapest option of something. I've never seen anybody get off of a Frontier Airlines or like a Spirit airline and like brag that they took Spirit or Frontier because it was the cheapest and most budget-friendly airline that they could be on. What people brag about is flying private. What people brag about is flying first class. What people brag about is sitting business on Emirates, going to Dubai, and having the waitresses and staff just take good care of them while they're in the air, because it's expensive. I've personally never seen anybody brag that they have a cheap car. I've only seen people with expensive cars bragging about their expensive cars because it costs a lot. In other words, if you're selling plumbing, roofing, software, insurance, doesn't really matter. People are gonna value more the things that they pay more for. And you can probably rewind that and listen to it 50 times to make sure that it gets through your head. So stop devaluing your products by offering discounts. And if you're going to offer a discount, make sure you take your sweet time to truly understand if giving a discount is the only thing truly holding that customer back. And we'll talk more about that in a couple of minutes. Now, the second thing that you're doing when you offer a discount is you are reducing the amount of money or income that you get to earn as a sales professional or a business owner, whatever the deal is. Honestly, if there's less revenue, there's less commission. All you're really doing is shooting yourself in the kneecap and providing less for yourself and your family and making less money, which is definitely not a good thing. It also means that you don't value the time that you're spending on pitching your products, meeting customers, answering their questions, building value, following up, or doing any of the other things that a sales professional or a business owner would end up doing when talking with a customer. So if you value yourself, you probably will have a higher value in your product, which means that you're going to want to keep your prices high and avoid giving mindless discounts. The third thing that you're doing, which is not good when you offer a discount, is you're reducing the amount of money that goes to the company. You're reducing the amount of revenue that that company gets to have. And honestly, that can affect advertising budgets, payroll, cash flow issues, technology investments, any of the number of things that a company is going to use that money for. Not only are you hurting the owner from taking a little bit more of a draw or a bonus at any specific time based on the revenue, but really you're limiting your company's growth by offering a discount. Now, small discounts, by the way, add up. Just think about the last time you went to Target, Walmart, Home Depot, any one of these stores. When you're just trying to get one thing, you usually walk out with a whole bunch of things. Happens to me every single time. And ultimately, if you're giving a lot of discounts, why not add that up and take a look at just how much revenue you're truly losing? Okay, so we've got our top 3 things that happen when you offer a discount. None of them are good. I think we can all agree on that. The fourth mistake or the fourth problem with offering discounts is honestly the biggest one, is you are giving discounts too quickly, okay? You don't know clearly whether or not giving that discount is truly going to help move the needle or even help you close that sale. Again, price sometimes is the reason why people decide to do something or not. But a lot of the times it's about the value perception, the timing of the deal or the thing that it is that you're trying to do. It could be turnaround, it could be customer service, it could be a whole number of things, and you're not really testing that. Just because somebody says it's too expensive, you're immediately trying to figure out a way to finagle the pricing or offer some type of discount, thinking that your customer is honestly going to do some business with you when you don't really know that that's the case. What you might want to rather do is increase the value of your customer support, your onboarding, the delivery time, whatever it is, warranties, guarantees, it doesn't really matter. You're going to want to tackle those things instead. So the best thing that you can do when somebody asks you for a discount directly or just tells you that something is too pricey outside of their budget or too expensive is not give a discount. Don't do it. Again, keep it up your sleeve for a much later time on the very off chance that truly a discount will help move the needle. Okay, so now we've understood a couple of the bad things that are associated with offering a discount. Now, you might be wondering, well, Jordan, like, what do I do? What do I say? How do I act when I want to give a discount, but I shouldn't because I heard a pricing objection or my customer asked for a discount? Remember the scale that I showed you about value and price? Let's talk about that real quick on some real logical ways that you can use that to your advantage. let's draw a line. Over here, we're gonna have money and price, the things that you could manipulate by giving a discount. And on this side, we'll talk about that little word named value that I like so much. What you can literally do, and what I do every single day when customers are telling me that my prices are too high or that they're gonna shop around or whatever, is number one, I let my customers know, hey, one of the things that every single person loves most about what we do is that we always give you the best price up front. The next thing that I do is I try to increase the perceived value of what it is that I'm selling. And I will literally tell this to customers. I'll say, look, although we might not be able to offer you with some type of discount or financial incentive to move forward, what I can do is I can either increase the value, or I can honestly maybe do something with the price, but I'm gonna have to take away some value. Now for you and your business, that might be a quicker turnaround time, or it might be a slower shipment or delivery time. For you, it might be a slower or faster installation. For you, it might be a longer or shorter warranty or guarantee. For you, it might be a cheaper material or product or a lower package that again can be reflected in the price. The thing that we're not doing is giving the customer all the value that you just presented and then just reducing the price. That doesn't make sense. This is going to be a give or take, and this is going to be a negotiation. So let your customers know that based on what they were looking at, whatever product or package they were looking at, you always give your best price up first, and to let them know that if they want to pay a different price, what you can do is either increase or decrease the value that your customer gets for the price that they're paying. But here's a very quick gem that you'll thank me for later. Sometimes when customers are looking at something that they say is too expensive or outside their budget, what it means, like we already covered, is that they're not seeing enough perceived value to merit paying as much money as you're asking for it. In which case, what you can do, if available to you through inventory or products or additional services, is upsell them. Let me give you a quick example of what I'm talking about, and this very well could change your life. If you were, say, a realtor selling houses, okay? We'll say that this house right here is $300,000. And then you maybe have a little bit of a bigger house. And we'll say that this one is $450,000. And then there's maybe a bigger house, whatever that is, and we'll call this one $600,000, okay? You're a realtor, you're talking to customers. Your customers say, hey, we are not gonna go a penny over $500,000 in buying a house. But you've got a house here for $300K to show them. You have a house for $450K, and you also have this other house up your sleeve. You take your customers to the $300,000 house. They look around, they're not all that impressed, they don't really want it. Then you jump in your car and you go show them a $450,000 house closer to the top end of their budget that they told you. And they still don't really seem all that impressed. They don't really think that this is going to be the right thing to do. The thing for you to do is take them to the $600,000 house. And here's why. The $600,000 house in this example is priced to reflect the perceived value of the bigger house, or in this case, the bigger house. In which case, if you take your customers to see the $600,000 house, this house might have way more than just an extra $100,000 of perceived value. Might have that walk-in closet or that chef's kitchen that the wife really wants, or a bigger backyard, or a pool, or a better school district, or maybe all of those things. And this might very well be the house that your customers end up purchasing, despite the fact that they told you that they were never going to pay more than $500K for a house, because there's over $600,000 of perceived value in the $600,000 house. Now, done with the real estate example, let's move back into your stuff. You're going to want to think critically, grab a sheet of paper and a crayon if you need one, and write down all of the different pieces of value that your product and service actually provide your customer. Depending on the package or the pricing or the way that you actually structure your offer, which is an entirely different concept that we'll have to get around to, your customer might end up bumping themselves into your product line, your inventory, or different packages, and buy something that's more expensive because they see a more higher perceived value in that package than the amount of money that you're charging for that package. Hopefully that's making sense for you. If it's not, comment down below and maybe I'll have to make an entirely different video about this. Hey, if you're getting any value from this video or any of my other content and it's helping you grow your sales and make more money, then now would be a good time to hit the subscribe button below so you never miss out on any future content and can continue building your business. As promised in this video, I've given you so far all of the bad things that happen when you offer a discount. I've given you a couple of word tracks of what to say. I've also referred you over to my cash cards, and we've talked about actually bumping your customer to a higher price. Now, the last thing I want to cover are what are the instances in which you should comfortably feel good about offering a discount. As I mentioned, there's not a whole lot of good reasons to give a discount, but one good reason would be for some type of marketing reason, okay? You're offering a discount to maybe acquire a brand new customer. You're offering a discount to get somebody hooked on your product, and you understand what your lifetime value of acquiring that customer initially would look like. Again, there's not a lot of good reasons to do this, but from a marketing standpoint, I could definitely see why you would offer some type of discount to get somebody interested into the first tier of your product, or to give something a try, or even to generate a lead. This could be a good way of doing things, but again, don't do it very often, or else everyone that you're marketing to will expect you to either keep that discount or to continue going down further. And honestly, it's a slippery slope. The second decent reason why you would ever really offer a discount is because something with your inventory. This won't affect all of you, but some of you guys might have older model stuff or older inventory that honestly maybe just been sitting for a while, or whatever it is. I'm talking about an actual good reason to just discount something so that you can get rid of it. You know, if I have products in my stock that have been not selling, or maybe I've updated some things and I'm waiting on new inventory to come in and I'm looking to blow out some old inventory, absolutely, offer a discount, get rid of it, get some customers, acquire them, do the things that you need to do. Again, this might not affect all of you, but this could be a good way of doing things. The third logical and rational reason for giving a discount is to help your customers, okay? There are gonna be some customers in your segment that honestly might truly not be able to afford whatever it is that you're charging. In which case, if it's worth it for you and you can make sense out of it, you might just have to offer a discount and just give your customer a lower price for something that you're charging for, because it's the only way that you're gonna end up getting them as a customer. I'm not a big fan of this one, but the fourth logical reason to give some type of discount is honestly just to save yourself time. You might have a customer on a longer sales cycle that is a little bit early in that sales cycle, that if you were able to get them now, it might be worth honestly not receiving as much revenue or money or commissions in order to get. As my mom always likes to say, one in the hand is worth two in the bush. So if you want to buy yourself some time, that might be a logical, reasonable place to offer a discount. And again, doesn't necessarily devalue things, because you're building value in the time savings for you and for your company in order to do some business. The fifth type of discount that I'm also not a huge fan of, but sometimes you can't really help, is what I would call selling to somebody that you would call a traditionalist. These are the types of people that literally will not do business unless they feel as though they're getting a good deal. This is somebody like my dad, for instance. You could literally put damn near any type of product, technology, or widget in front of him, and he's just gonna beat you over the head on price because he wants to feel like he got something for it. So there are gonna be some types of buyers that you might just honestly have to give a discount to, and that's gonna be a small segment of your customer base, but it's a segment of your customer base nonetheless. So you might have to just offer a discount. But if you're gonna do that, don't spend a lot of time on it. Take it on the chin, move on, get the sale, give that customer a good product, and move on with your life. So there you have it. You know about discounts now. And of course, stop offering them unless you absolutely need to, or it fits within any of this criteria that I just mentioned right here. Hey, it's Jordan Stupar. Thanks so much for watching my content. If you enjoyed it, now would be a good time as well to hit the subscribe button so that you never miss a beat. And by the way, if you're truly interested in taking your team, your sales, and revenue to $10 million and beyond, then I would encourage you to hit the link in the description so that you can chat with us. We're looking for a couple more businesses here in 2025 where we can help double your sales and take you to $10 million a year. We do a whole lot more than just YouTube, and I would love to connect with other ambitious, growth-oriented entrepreneurs like yourself. If nothing else, I'll see you in the next video.